So it starts off with that boy SpongeBob building up his little sandcastle. It's looking nice, it's looking good, it's looking pristine. SpongeBob asks his best friend what his stuff looking like, and Patrick smacking the damn sand like, dog, what are we doing? Why is he so not smart? And we see SpongeBob's reaction, and bro realizing that Patrick may actually be an idiot. He can't keep defending bro, talking about, hey, relax on twin, he ain't got no internet. So SpongeBob peruses over there and tries to help by destroying his castle, but all he did was make Patrick angry. So Patrick is like, not cool, dude. And then this random NPC number 127 fish pulls up and tries to give them house plans, but SpongeBob like,
if you don't get that bullshit out of my face.
However, Patrick accepts and gives bro some sand dollars, and bro just got fleeced badly, but it's his fault. You telling me your big ass football ass eyes can't see them crusty ass funky stupid ass sandy ass dollars? You looking directly at those stupid dollars, and you really gonna sit here and be confused at the things crumpled up and faded away? Like, bruh, you're in the ocean. He might be dumber than a ninja giving him the dollars, and he was sweeping with the top of the broom. Anyway, SpongeBob talking to his castle, and he might be schizophrenic. Might want to check that out, big dog. Then we see something blow it up, and we already know who did it. So Patrick like, now we even. The score has been settled. So Sponge draws a line in the sand, creating two sides like they in the red and blue Halo days. Now SquarePants builds an even bigger castle, and Patrick starts to look at the blue pins, but he's like,
nice. That's worthless.
He's trying to look cool, but we all know his Floyd Mayweather that brain can't read none of that stuff on that paper. But maybe he is cool because Patrick builds this small but defensive castle, and that's actually a pretty good castle.
I gotta build a wall.
And look, I get that Bikini Bottom is an island, but just cause you rocking the colors that make him, that don't mean you gotta be just like him. So after building 452 miles of sand wall, he sees that Pat Rig built his castle on his side of the line. And so SpongeBob calmly walks over and is like, Patrick, dog, you built on my side by accident. And that ninja says,
So
I'm telling you, dog, his butt does not care at all. And that man SpongeBob is furious. He is actually livid. He is fuming at this disregard for the peace treaty that is the line. And so he does what any reasonable monarch would do in this situation and starts a war by chopping off some of Patrick's castle. So Patrick like, oh, alright then, that's how we gonna do this, alright. And he picks up a clump of sand, and then he builds a mallet. And Sponge like, I wonder what he's gonna do with that. And Patrick shows him by running in, and there's really no reason to be this mad over some darn sandcastle disputes. People really be starting wars because someone said, oh, your shoe's ugly. And so after cocking his attack all the way back, he booms SpongeBob's castle. I'm crying, look how mad his butt is. He really won, and he's still mad. Like, how are you rich and you're robbing people? So SpongeBob like, okay man, I hope you have a great time with your castle. Man, this dude a pushover, like, bro, get back, or at least have a stern talking to. But anyways, he starts building and makes this extremely large castle. Okay, I see you, man, you putting in work for real. SpongeBob opens up a window and checks on what Patrick is doing and what type of castle could you possibly be building that makes you so now SpongeBob playing strategic, unlike Patrick. He's actually using that noggin and tries to reestablish another tree, and Patrick like,
that's a great idea.
And Patrick just wantonly signs it. Bro, just like us, not even reading terms of service, just selling our souls away. So while SpongeBob walking away, Patrick fires off his bow. SpongeBob asks why he did that, and Patrick responds with,
this treaty ain't worth the sand it's printed on.
SpongeBob does not take that statement well, and it's like, okay.
We going to war!
So Patrick starts to build up something crazy, and then SpongeBob walking over and sees Dog's army and starts to get a little worried. So SpongeBob, the diplomat he is, gets to talking, but Patrick don't want to hear any of that and declines any offers of peace. And so Sponge solidifies his stance on the war and goes back to his castle. So Patrick laughing for some reason, I don't know why. He's only showed us he's not able to have conversation without trying to destroy something. But he pieces beaver damn whatchamacallit that Bob done built. So now he hitting the damn Michael Jordan emote, trying not to get boomed by them rocks. I'm crying, his own house finna kill him. The pleas don't even matter because SpongeBob chops the line, releasing the rocks, flinging them like he in 2012 grinding on Angry Birds. And the rocks fly in and just demolish Patrick's army. That boy SpongeBob happy as flail and blows his horn. He thinks his ass Kratos trying to start a Ragnarok. The horn signals in his troops and they go and attack Rick's castle. They beat down on the door trying to open it up. They finally bust through, but Patrick done played them boys and done built this super big cannon on them. He says some
Goodbye.
and fires off this ball of sand, and it starts hawking down all of SpongeBob's army. So SpongeBob hurts all of them in there and starts to gain aura by watching the ball look stupid having outplayed it. So the ball just smartly goes up and over the castle, and I'm gonna have to remove all that aura and then some, dog. So that guy Patrick is yucking it up over there, just having a grand old time over there. So that boy Bob goes into his castle and starts to form a plan. General Sand, I have a plan. You go and scout out the enemy territory. Soldier Arena, run some diagnostics on that guys. Them Krabby Patties that Squirrel cooked up for us was garbage. So then he builds up something crazy, and we see that it's a freaking tank. Bro, bro, I promise you, it ain't never that serious. But then Patrick pops out with this Megazord at robot machine. He think he in Gundam or something. So he joins SpongeBob up, and SpongeBob's scared for his life. So he panic clicks a button and fires off a mean-ass fire blast straight to Patrick's dome piece. The yellow square dude is happy, then shocked and scared because that's his homie, his friend, his partner, his day one. They was literally friends as a kid, and he may have just killed him. So SpongeBob SquarePants asks Pat if he's okay, and Patrick's like, yeah, I'm good. But are you? And we see that he duped that ninja. It was a ruse, a play, an act. He was playing that dude the entire time. Ninjas would really do this and be like, oh, it's just a joke, bro. I was playing, bro. You too serious, man. Anyways, Pat pushes a button and they take lift off. With SpongeBob holding on for dear life. He not trying to be another Mufasa out there. The robot head starts to fly up higher and higher, and Sponge loses his grip and falls off. But remember, he's smart and activates a parachute to save himself from a close call. So he gets into his fighter jet and starts to zoom after Rick.
My name's not Rick.
My bad. SpongeBob activates some missiles and they chase after Rick.
My name's...
And as he's running, well, more like flying away. As he's flying away, we see another 10-day contract fish, and I'm dying. Look, he just like this gift. Then Patrick pushes a button and sends these two fish flying. I feel bad for dog. His girl gonna be on Bikini Bottom Twitter and talk about how she got the it because he got launched just like her. The reason why he pushed the button was to initiate his own rockets that blow up the two that Sponge sent out, and then they start to track him. Patrick Stardust hit a return to sender, a role reversal, and that was clean. He hit a loop-de-loop and pull head ass. So as he's driving the aircraft, he directs the missiles to hit and blow up Patrick's castle, and so Patrick does not like this at all and flies to SpongeBob's castle, and he finna drop a bomb on it. It begins to fall and then explodes the castle, completely demolishing it. So Pat is laughing hard as fluff at his word, extra happy that he just destroyed his friend's castle, but he gets surprised because that guy SpongeBob is fuming. He's flying directly towards Patrick and hits a harakiri, blowing his and Patrick's machine up to smooth brewskis. And yeah, that's it. I love y'all. Be kind, be safe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Peace.